Today, we're gonna build a bookshop with an apartment on top in Paralives. And why are we gonna do this? Because it's fun. That's why we're gonna do this. So let's start, shall we? We freaking shall. And this right here is the lot that we're gonna be building on, next to these two buildings. And I've been wanting to build it for a while, but I've been kind of scared because number one, it's a squeezed-in lot, and number two, this build right here goes out, but this build right here goes in. So I don't know what we're gonna do about that. I think that is our first problem and our first tackle. Our first tackle? I don't know. And I think we're gonna tackle that tackle right now. Because, oh, what are we gonna do actually? Because I want these builds to link up, to be actually connecting builds. And how are we gonna do that? What if we just go like so? Interesting. What if we do that and then we just drag the walls all the way over? I mean, this is a horrible plan. Do I want it to be like that? The walls are not even connected to the ground. What if I... Oh, this was a horrible idea, Nora. What if I connect it to the ground somehow? Because what if I start the wall over here on the lowest point and then drag it over here? Okay, see, that's better. Now the wall is connected to the ground. Good choice, Nora. I like that. Because now we have some sort of a house and that is always good. Oh, this is gonna be so beautiful. I can already feel it. No, I did it wrong again. Hold on. I am gonna make it like so. It's a house. Isn't it beautiful? And you know what? I think that this house is gonna be in a foundation because of the slanted hill that we live on. And I have finally learned how to make a foundation thanks to this comment right here. And that is that we just need to make a box and lower down the wall height. Like so. It was that easy. And then we just had to build a house on top of that. That's all you gotta do. All you gotta do. And I think for this build, we can have 2 floors because that makes sense. Since we're gonna have a bookshop with an apartment on top, we need 2 floors. Ah, beautiful, beautiful. A beautiful build. There are 2 floors and a foundation. I think that's good. Right, now comes the other stuff. And what are the other stuff? Oh, it is the wallpaper, it is the doors, and it is the windows. And think, Nora, think. This is gonna be a bookstore with an apartment on top. What do we need? How is it gonna look like? Ooh, interesting. I want it to be cute. Maybe... Oh, maybe we can go with something blue. Hold on. Something blue. And I also kind of forgot how a bookstore look like. I mean, a bookstore can look like anything. You just need to put books in them and you're done. But I want to go for that old type of feel, that cozy feel. Sort of like that, maybe. And I also want it to be blue. That's what I've landed on. Blue. That's what I have in my mind. I woke up with the color blue in my mind and we're gonna do it. Decided, I'm done, let's do it. And I think maybe we can go for this blue. Off camera, I have tried out some different blues. I did not want to bore you with my bajillion colors of blue. Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry. This turned itself on. That was weird. But we're gonna go for this muted light blue color. I think that's cute. I like it. And then for the doors and windows. Oh, what door are we gonna go for? Maybe we can go a little bistro. Or what about this one? Oh, that's too big. You know what? We can go for this one. That's kind of cute. And that can also be in the same blue color as the walls. Because I want everything to be blue. Just gonna be blue. And then for the windows, I want them to be a little bit, oh my gosh, find the words, Nora. Can you remember the word for that? The rowty-touty? I don't know. But sort of like so. We can stretch them out a little bit and get them in blue as well. Ooh. And you know what? I want the window to be the same length as the window on the door. This again could be cute. And then maybe also a staircase to get up here. You know, that's always good. Boom, shamalam, like so. Now they can get up here. I mean, it is floating a little bit, but we're gonna fix that later. Okay, we are. But now comes the question, the big old question. Do we have anything that we can put below the window to match up with the door? We have the moldings, but I don't... okay, that's too tall. And I'm guessing the other one is too. Yeah, right. So what can we do then? Is there anything in here? Oh, what about this one? If you use that and then just change it up a little bit, maybe about like so. I don't... You know what? Maybe that could be good. I think that is our best and only option. And I do like it, especially from afar. I like it. And then of course on the second floor, by the way, we need some windows. How about these ones? All in an order and in the same color. No, hold on. You know what? We can go for white. Because I think that the blue, that's too much blue. We're gonna do the white. Cute. But then for the roofing, I am kind of scared about the roofing. Because that house is kind of slanted. And what can we do about that? I mean, we can try and rotate it. Ooh, but then we have a problem over here. Oh no. Okay. Oh no. Oh gee. super Joel. And why can't we go further? You have to stay within your lot, alright. Well, oh yikes me. What are we gonna do? I don't know. I changed up the color though. I still don't know what to do. No. Oh no, what are we gonna do? Oh no. I actually do not know what to do. Okay, so now it looks good in the front, but not in the back. The back is a disaster. I don't know what to do. I need to think about that because I did not think about that. But alright, what else do we want for this build? I do definitely want a sign. That I do. And I have... You gotta contain your excitement, Nora. Before I started filming this video, Nora, at 6 a.m., I made a little logo for this bookstore. And it is called Moods Books. And I made the O's into little glasses. It's a cute logo. Couldn't have been happier. And we're gonna have that right there. And I love that sign. That sign is my child. And I also want the sign to be a little bit thicker. Like it's coming out of the build. Like so. And then I think underneath the sign, we could also have an awning. And then also take it a little bit in. I don't want the awning to be too much, you know, in this color maybe, because again, I don't want the awning to be too much. It's a sign that is the superstar. Now that is very, very cute. Then I also think at the ends here of the build, we do need some columns because right now, kind of flat, and we need to get that flatness out. Oh no, no, it can't go further than this. Well, that's not good because that is the edge of our build. Oh no. Okay, well, can I move it with tool mod? Oh yes, I can. Well, that saved the day. That's good. Then I also think outside, oh no, the bookshop. It would be cute with a little table, some chairs. Maybe it would be cute. Oh, gee, that's not gonna be good. But again, I'll think about that. Come back to it later because now we're kind of done with a draft of the outside. It's always good to draft. And now we're gonna draft the inside because we gotta make sure that this build actually works. Or else we have done all of that for nothing. And that would make us very, very sad, wouldn't it? Oh, it would. All right, so the inside. What do we need for the inside? I mean, we of course, on the first floor, we need a bookshop. And the grid is going this way. Well, oh no, it's going this way. No, it's okay. It's twirling around, right? What are we gonna do without the grid then? Oh, where are we gonna begin? I don't know. Okay, for this bookshop, we definitely do need a staircase so we could get up to the second floor. And the best place for the staircase would be at the end of the build, so it's not blocking any windows. So what if we plop down the staircase over here? I don't know what it's doing. I'm not even touching the mouse. Like, are you good? I'm not doing anything. I just want to place down my staircase right by this wall. There we go. Great. We got a staircase. And then maybe we could also squeeze in a toilet down here for the customers because that is also always good. Like so. And then we can have a wall over here. This is going to be Humpty Dumpty, isn't it? That is not good. Right. This bookstore. Ooh, the walls. Great. That was the only great thing about this build, really. But I mean, okay. What if you have the bathroom over here for the customers? And then this is the entrance to the apartment because this person who owns the bookstore also owns the apartment. It makes sense? And I thought that was a good old plan. But okay, let's focus on this bookstore. And for this bookstore, they can have blue walls. But for the flooring, what do we want to go with? I think I want to go with something dark. I almost said dark green. We're not going to do dark green. But maybe a dark brown. So what about this? No, that's way too dark. What about that? Also kind of dark. What about, ooh, this one? I think that is perfect. That is the mood, that is the vibe that I wanted. Happy for once. Happy for once. And then the layout of this bookstore. Where is stuff gonna be? That is a very good question. I mean, I think we first gotta figure out where the counters are gonna be. The cash register. So it could either be over here, or it could be by the side, by the door. I mean, it would be kind of cute if the counters were over here, but I think it would also be cute to have some couches so that people can buy the books, read the books, money. Yeah, money. And it would be the coziest if the couches were over here. And these couches are kind of cute and I haven't used them yet, so why not? Yeah, that would be a cozy moment. And then we could have the cash register over here. And then of course, the bookshelves, they're gonna be along this whole side. And how many can we squeeze in? Oh, we can squeeze in about this much. But they're of course gonna be lined up against each other. They're not gonna have a little gap in between them, but it could be something like so. And then, ooh, I also want some bookshelves in front of the window so people can see the beautiful books that we have. And we have this bookshelf. That could kind of work because I want an open bookshelf. bathroom. We can't stretch this one out. But I know we have another one. You can stretch out this one. Oh, that would be kind of cute. But you can't really see the books though. Maybe we can, what can we do? Maybe we can lift them up, actually. Yeah, we could lift them up. And then we can have some cabinets underneath that. That would be kind of a good idea, wouldn't it? I feel like that would be a good idea. Or maybe it could be a good idea. I don't know. But also, of course, we're gonna have a table in the middle to display our good old books. And maybe we can have some other displays around. But that is it for now. Of our display moment. Sort of like so. The colors, I'm not landed on the colors yet. But I think this is gonna be sort of the layout of the bookshop. And then for the bathroom in here. Oh, you know what would have been cute? With some linoleum flooring. In my head, these are tiles, okay? But these tiles could be in the same blue color. Oh, that is cute, isn't it? That's very cute and I like that. Good. We got our layout ready for the first floor. This house is so crooked. Oh my gosh. Do not look at it from up here. Everything is crooked. Gee, all right. And then for the second floor. And oh my gosh, the second floor. This is where it's all happening. This is where Miss Nora looks very pleased with herself, I gotta say. This is where she's gonna live. Well, okay. I am first of all just gonna put up a wall here. And I can't. Why not? Put up a wall. Put up the wall. Okay, it's gonna be there, I guess. Right. We have the hallway, the crooked hallway. And then we need a bedroom, a living room, and a kitchen, and a dining place. And a bathroom. Almost forgot about the bathroom. But, what if we have the bedroom over here? And then the kitchen, dining, living room could be over there? But what are we going to squeeze in the bathroom? Maybe just in here? That's going to be that's too small for the bathroom, Nora. I mean, oh my gosh. This is crooked to the max. Oh no. Okay, but what about this, though? It's a little bit better. I've tried to not make this crooked. But every single wall is crooked, so we don't really have that much of a choice, to be quite honest. Right, if you have a door over here, door over there, and this is the bedroom, and I hope and pray that we can squeeze in the bed over here. Can we? Yes, we can. Good. It's only going to be one person living in here. Only one person. And then we also have space for the nighttime table, and then the dresser. That could be somewhere over here. That's not too claustrophobic. No, never ever. And then into the bathroom, I do want this one, the shower tub. Can we squeeze that in though? Oh, yikes. Not really, but I'm gonna make that squeeze. Don't you worry. And I made it squeeze. Beautiful. But oh no, we don't have space for the toilet or the sink. The door is over here. Oh, gee, Nora, squeeze it some more. There we go. And then we can also squeeze in the door. We don't have that much space, okay? I'll put you over there. Beautiful. Solved all of my problems. Don't you worry. Not even for 1 single minute. No. But over here, that's going to be the kitchen. And I'm just going to put down some random counters. And the fridge. And the stove. And the sink. Boom, bam. And then for the dining table, that can just be by the wall. Oh my gosh, I missed on both of the chairs. Gee. And then the living room situation, where are we gonna plot that? Turn around. Maybe it's just somewhere around here. Somewhere around there. And that's all that we really need for an apartment. And I squeezed it all in, so I'm kind of happy. Great mates. Bookstore, apartment. Boom, bam, boom. Video done. I don't know. You gotta stop saying that, Nora. Or people are gonna click out of this video. They really are. One day. And that one day is now. But for the apartment, we can have the same flooring as downstairs. But for the wallpaper, I don't really want the wallpaper to be blue upstairs. Because this is more low-key. And it's also gonna have a vibe of being an old apartment that you have renovated a little bit, but not too much. Because we're not made of money. So it has some hints of being old, but also not. Great explanation, Nora. But for that explanation, what if we go with this wall paneling in sort of a beige tone? Kind of like so. Yeah, you know what? We can do that for now. Because again, more low-key, more old. Beautiful. Now for the bathroom, got my beautiful tub popping on. But for this bathroom, what if we go with some beigey, light beigey tiles? Maybe, or do I like the blue? Or is that gonna be too much blue? Because I want the furniture in the bathroom to be blue. So then if the walls and the flooring is also blue, it's gonna be too much blue. Is it? I don't know. I'm gonna go with beige for now though. Like so. Cute. Gotta think about that. But yeah. We have figured out the layout for both the first floor and the second floor. We painted in the walls. We put in the test furniture. I've not painted the walls over here, but now I have. Boom, bam, bam. And I think now we are, for real, gonna start with the decorating and the furnishing. And we're gonna start with the bookstore. Because I am excited about this bookstore. So let's do that right now. And we are first of all gonna start with these bookcases. And with these bookcases, I have squeezed them in together, as you can see. Didn't really want to film that because, was getting kind of annoyed. But for these bookcases, I want something on top because now it looks kind of weird that we have this gap. So what if we try to hide in that gap with some cabinets? Kind of like so, and then we just stretch them all out, get them in the same color. Okay, you know what? Kind of cute. And then we also got to squeeze them in a little bit to match up with the bookshelves. Yeah. That is not the correct color though. I see. I gotta change up the color. But to maybe sort of like so. I do like that. But you know what I do not like? That all of the bookshelves are so uniform. Like you can clearly see that is the same bookshelf. And by the way, if you're wondering, you probably can't see this at all, but if you're wondering, I have an ice packet under my shirt. If you were wondering why Nora has a little bit more oomph today, that is why I have an ice packet under my shirt, because I am hot. I gotta cool down. All right. Nothing to see here. All right. But for the uniformness, what if we try to put up some books just randomly on here to disguise that this is the same bookshelf? So sort of maybe like so. I mean, you can kind of see that this is the same bookshelf over and over again, but also not really. It has some few differences here and there. Maybe I'll do some more shenanigans with that afterwards. Who knows? But now for these bookshelves, the window displays. We're of course gonna have a lot of books on that too. But we gotta figure out the bottom. And I think for the bottom, I am yet again gonna put up a cabinet like so. And you know what? Another great choice by Nora. That worked out well. That looks built in. That looks ready to go. And then for the books. Oh, there's gonna be a lot of books on that. I can already feel it. Because we of course need some books for the window display. But we also need some books for the inside display. So we gotta have some double books. And you know what? I'm just gonna put up my books. And I'm gonna do a little bit of a time lapse of this. Because otherwise, it will be so boring just sitting here watching me put up all of them books. You know, it kinda would. But ta-ta-ta-ta. Ooh, oh. That is so cute. Look at our books. Actually adorable. Oh, I love that. Our great old display. And on the inside too, great display. What do you think, Nora? You like it? Oh, she loves it. And then we have the desk over here, the cash register. And now in this game, we don't have a cash register. I don't even think that this is going to be functional, this whole lot. But it's a cute idea and that's what that matters. So for that reason, let's just put up a computer. And by the way, saying cash register, I might pass out if I had to say that word one more time. Because I can't say that word. But we could have some paper and some books. And by the way, these books from one of the mods. And they are some cute old books. Great old books. They're customizable. Just what I needed. Just what I wanted. Oh, and then we can also have some post-it notes. Maybe some pens. Oh, but also a little plant. That's kind of cute. Hey. Just sort of like so. I think that's great. The people can put their books over here. And the lady can scan them. Okay. That seems good enough. It seems realistic. I'm opting for realism today, apparently. And then maybe, I'm kind of unsure about this, but I want some sort of display over here because we have space for that. So what about like something like so? I don't know. Is that too much or too little? I need to think about that. Again, need to think about that. But what I do know is that on this table, we're going to have a book display. And for this book display, we're of course going to have some books. But for the display, I'm going to do like a normal book display where one book is showing its front and the other books are laying flat on the table. I could have just showed a picture, but I wanted to describe this book feeling. Nora, what are you talking about? You gotta stop. But if you do like so, and then we gotta take the same book and then just lay them on their back and then just scooch them up, bam, bam, and then just do that a bajillion more times, right? I have a problem. Okay, when I noodle around with the books, they disappear when I put down other stuff. Oh. And I don't really want to risk that either, of them disappearing, because I'm gonna put down a lot of books. And if that work is gonna go in the trash, I'm gonna have another breakdown. And not today. So what if instead we put down these books and then we just kind of make them in the same color as that book? So sort of about like so for this book. And then we just put them up like so. And in the back as well. And then we can put this book on top of that book. And that kind of gives up the vibe that it is the same book, isn't it? You know what? Yeah, we're gonna do that. And then underneath the table, ooh, it's kind of empty underneath the table. But I think, hold on, wait a minute. I think that if I just do this and then I just lower that down into the ground, shabalim shabalom, we have a moment. Maybe if I noodle around with it a little bit, we could have a moment. And hopefully nothing's gonna disappear. Hopefully that will be a great time and a great moment. And Nora's gonna be happy. Did I put down a sponge? No, I did not. Okay. And by the way, the sponge in question was this one. I thought that was a sponge, but it was post-it notes. So don't you worry. Not that you should have worried at all, actually, but okay. But you know what? That is cute. cute. Look at that. Look at that. I am so proud of our display. It is so darn cute. And you know what? I should have rotated the book a little bit so it's leaning. But if I do that, it's gonna disappear. So we're not gonna do that. No. They're just standing up on their own all magically. Okay, good. But then in the backyard for these couches. Ooh, it is kind of weird that we don't have any support. I mean, they have a support pillow, but I think we can change it up a little bit. Oh, in here. Do we want no pillow? Or a side pillow? Side back pillow? Side pillow? No pillow. You know what? I don't know. I don't know what was worse. But what we could do, actually, instead, what if you put up a nighttime table and just use that as an armrest? And it disappeared. Okay. Right. What about now? It disappeared. Why is it disappearing? Hello? Why is there a black hole in my build? Gee, okay. I'm gonna try again. Good. I tried again. We are here. Don't disappear on me now. So I'm gonna put down a lamp. Good. We are on track. I'm scared to do anything else. But what we could also do, I want to put up some other pillows. Because right now it was kind of empty, not gonna lie. So if we just have one in the middle and disappeared. And then we can also have these star pillows. That is from one of the mods. And they are so darn cute. And they come in so many cute colors. I love them. Oh, look at them go. Cute. With also a duck. Yes. Adorable. And then maybe we should also have something on the wall. Do we have something cute? What about some string lights? Ooh, or some clouds because of our blue wall. Can I have some clouds? You know what? That would be... that is cute. You know what? I like that a lot more than the string lights. The clouds, they're here to stay. I love them with all my heart. All right. Now back up to the second floor. We're not done with the first floor. I'm just doing everything bit by bit. Because if you have noticed, or maybe not, throughout this video, I've been talking a little bit weird. Or weirder. And that is because I have a jaw flare up. Because I have, of course, problems with my fracking jaw, where sometimes my jaw can't open fully. Like it can't go any further than this. And even just doing that hurts. And my jaw has been pretty good these past few months. It's been doing good. I've been wearing my night protector. I've been good. Everything's been good. But then suddenly, a few days ago, my jaw couldn't open. And if I tried to open it, it hurt so badly. So, you know, I called my doctor because she knows about my jaw problems. And she said, oh boy, that's not good. And that was it. No. But she gave me some pain medication, and then she also said that I can't eat any solid food for at least 5 days. And then I could try with soft foods, aka rice. What is happening? This gosh darn wall. Oh no. But yeah, I can't eat any solid foods for at least 5 days, which is amazing because I don't like eating soup. All right, I don't like soup because each time I eat soup, I feel like I'm being cheated out of a meal. Okay, I want to chew my food, or else it's not food. It is a drink. But you know, I've been eating a lot of soup, a lot of smoothies. I've been loving the smoothies though. Hey, I'm a smoothie girl now. But the other thing that she said is that I should keep my stress to a minimum, which, you know, I try to do that every day anyways. I really do, but it's not that easy. Have you seen the world that we live in? It's not that easy. But I've been trying my best. But last night, Norway was playing in the World Cup and they were playing against the Ivory Coast. And the Ivory Coast, they were so good. Like, they almost scored goal after goal after goal. Like, almost. So my jaw, for over 90 minutes, my jaw was clenched, which was not good for my jaw. I think I took 3 steps back with that game. I feel like I need compensation for that. That was a scary game. But in the end, Norway somehow won. I don't know how we did it, but we did. So we are through. But the next match that we're going to be playing in the 16th round is against Brazil. So, you know, I of course have to have faith in Norway. But come on, we're not going to win against Brazil. Brazil is too good. That's going to be the end of us. I've had a great time watching the World Cup, but that is going to be the end. So, that was my story about my jaw. And it ended up with Brazil. Right. Yeah. Sounds about right. But anyways, that was somewhat the kitchen. Still not done with the kitchen. But as you may remember, I can't stress today. So I'm going to take everything bit by bit. But enough of the couches. Oh, you know what would have been fun? If we put in this couch. That is from one of my mods that I downloaded. But maybe this couch is not going to fit with this build. No, I don't think so. Because I want it to be kind of old. But they've kind of renovated. So what about these ones? Because this person who lives here, they don't have a lot of money. That'd be kind of cute. With a little table and also a rug maybe of some sort. Maybe the macaroni. And then, you know what? It was kind of too much with the couch over there. So what if we go with a chair and then we can put in a lamp? Oh, what a moment that was, Nora. With a lot of books. This person's the book person, of course. Ah, yeah, sure. Like that could be a cute moment. I really do think so. And then back to our kitchen. What if we have a little tree over there? Those are spice rack. And then we can have our beautiful sponge. Maybe some soap. We can have 2 soaps. And what if we go with some yellow? And not have it in weave and wicker? My goodness me. Can be like so. Yeah. And then we can also hang up a towel. That is a blanket. But maybe not in plastic though. But sort of like so. And then we can have some jars. Could be a vibe. But who knows? And also, by the way, if you just want to make like a quick, easy, and free color palette that you can remember and copy from, I literally just use the Google Sheets and I just enter in the code and then I just fill in the whole cell with the color. So it's easy to see, easy to copy, easy to do. Boom, bam, schmack. No need to be fancy. This is what I do. And that's the easiest way to manage your colors, I tell you now. Okay, cute. I think that the kitchen is somewhat done. Of course, I might go back to it. I like to go back to things, especially when my doctor said no stress. It's always so funny when doctors say, try not to stress. Take it easy, take a break. And I'm just like, what do you think I do? Do you think that I like to go around stressing for fun? No, I'm stressing around because I have to. Goodness me. And now also, by the way, I have to stress about not stressing. And I don't want that table. I'm more of an old feel. What about this one? I just stretch it in. Okay, that could be a mood. And then if the chairs are like so, it could be something. Or is that too much? Too much blue? Because now we have blue couches, blue chairs, and the blue kitchen. Maybe that is too much. Okay, what if the chairs is this color? Is that better? That could be a little bit better. Because now it's not so blue. And we don't want it to be too blue. Ooh, what about this vase? No, not this time. Not today. We can have a flower. That is cute. And this flower can be on a tray to make it even more cute. Whoa. Oh, and then of course, on the coffee table, we need some more books because this is a very book person. We need their books. Maybe we can have some candles for the moods and the vibes and everything that is good with this world. That went dark so quickly, didn't it? Anyways. You also need some pillows that good on a couch. And every day I'm haunted by the wicked stuff. Do we have a normal one? Maybe like so. Okay. And then while I'm at it, I can also put up some curtains. And what curtains do we want today? Would it be cute with these type of curtains? And that curtain goes into the counter. That's not good. What are we gonna do there? Go like so? That's also kind of weird. Interesting. You know what? Maybe I'm just gonna go like so. It wasn't as cool, but we have to do that because of the kitchen. What am I supposed to do here? Just do it like that? Is that legal? Is that allowed? No, that's kind of weird. What if I go like so? Okay, hear me out. Like so. No. Interesting. What if we go like that? I don't know. I'm using way too much time on the curtains. I'm just gonna leave it like that. And my goodness me, I'm gonna come back. And now I'm gonna tackle the bookstore some more. Because it is very cute, but it needs some more stuff. It needs to be more lived in, you know? And you know what? I don't know how I feel about this display. But maybe what if we double it up? No, that's weird. What if we make them a little bit smaller and then double them up? Maybe that's better. But then it's kind of empty in the back though, isn't it? What are we gonna do then? Are we gonna double it up again? Are we gonna double it up and give it to somebody else? Oh, not too bad. I mean, everything looks weird though because of the crooked walls. And I should not be doing that because of my jaw. That scared me. Even Nora, that is scared. No, she's very, very happy. All right. But what more do bookstores have? Nora, I can't think of a single bookstore that I've been to. And I've been to many. But now I can't think about a single thing. What if I just look at some bookstores to get some inspiration? I have this one. That gave me nothing. What if you have something over here? Like I'm thinking a stool and then put a basket on top of that. Where did my basket go? Here we go. Like what about this one? That is from one of the mods. But if we just put a basket on there and then put some books in that. These are the books that they're really trying to sell. Please buy them, somebody. I beg of you. But okay, so like so. And then what if we put a frame on top of that? And then we can pretend that it says, please somebody buy this. And I'm actually going to do that right now. Please somebody buy this. That is a beautiful sign. Yes. Ah, magical. That was beautiful. And then over here, what if we have another teeny tiny table? Sort of like so. Then just push it down a little bit. And that's going to be another display of books. And then in the middle, you guessed it, a beautiful sign. Please buy this. We are really struggling out here. And then we can do the same on this side too. Somebody really gotta buy our books, people. We need to pay our rent real bad. Oh, that's kind of cute. I like that. Oh, and you know what would have been kind of great? Is if we put up some signs that said like romance and fantasy and all of that shebang. But I feel like that's also going to be really hard though because of the wall. But maybe I can try. If I go like that, maybe that could be something. So if I just try with this and then just put that in the game. That could be something, you guys. Oh, what if I just do one big piece? Because then I don't have to put up this a bajillion times. Oh, that could also be something. Wait. I just need to drag it out. Ooh, okay. Ooh, oh no. Ooh. Okay, I now just realized that I can't have my Photoshop open with also my game and the recording system open. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna do that afterwards because I don't really want to log in and out of the game to do that. I'm in the zone. But I'm gonna remember that. I'm gonna put that on my list and everything's gonna be a hoot and a half, I tell ya. Hoot and a half. But by the way, over here, what if you have some lamps? Because we have a gap, we can put in some lamps. Because what if this is a weird store? What if you have more lamps? A whole lamp collection? Because I'm on it now, you know. Then we can also have some books on the floor. Because nobody has cleaned up this place in a bajillion years. They have too many books and too little cleaning time. Sort of maybe like that. What am I doing anymore? I don't know. We can also have some books over here on the tables. Cute. Oh, and then also behind here, we could have some boxes of stuff that they haven't unpacked yet. So like that. Whoa! Gee, below. With some even more books. Right in there. Good. And then I also think on the couch, there's some books that the people have been reading just thrown about on the floor too. This place is a real mess. And the support frog right over there. Oh, it would have been cool with a ladder. So you can like climb up to get the books. Do we have a ladder? Oh, we do. Oh, we have this ladder. I don't know if that was not really the vibe that I was hoping for, but can we change that up to some wood? Maybe. It's still very metally. Right. Well, a thing that I've also learned that you can do is that if you take a wall and put up some wallpaper, then you can take this wallpaper and color in an item. And you have to hold in Alt. That's true. And I'm holding in Alt. I'm doing it. That kind of works. Well, hooty-hoo then. Okay, I'm gonna take this wallpaper, put it in the brown, copy it, holding in Alt. Oh, now we got a wooden ladder. And can I now just scooch this ladder into the bookshelf? I could. Can we also rotate it like a little bit this way? Then also take it up a little bit. Oh, that is a ladder. That peaked the moment. And we can do the same over here somewhere. And then we're going to scooch this ladder into there. Like so. Okay. Not mad. I like it. But okay, you know what? I'm gonna make the signs right now because it was looking kind of empty and I want to make my signs. So we got romance and then we can also put in fantasy and then we can do horror. I still can't say horror. And then we can do science fiction. Oh, so we're gonna write sci-fi. Yeah. And then we can do poetry and true crime. That barely fits in. And then mystery. And then we can also do children and also young adult. Ooh. Yeah, that has to be YA, young adult. And then maybe we can also do travel and maybe also like history and self-help. Self-help. Then maybe also like thriller. I don't know. Sure. Let's go with that. Oh no. It just started thundering and lightning. Oh goodness me. Do I have to turn off my computer? My lights are off, by the way, because I'm waiting for the game to load. But I don't know if my apartment complex is lightning proof. Ooh, what do? I don't want to lose my beautiful build. And the lightning is coming in from Sweden. Oh, that was gosh for a second. I knew it. Ruining everything. You know what? I think we're okay. Can't hear anything now. And if I can't hear it, it's not happening. Let's put up them signs. Confirm. Yeah. All right, so let's put in children. And that looks all right. And it disappeared. Right. Let's try again. No. Oh, it's disappearing. To where? Where are you going? Can't believe this. What if I go like so and make it really thick? No, let's not do that. I'm gonna try this again. Take you up there. Take you down. Take you to the side. Okay. Yeah. And now we're just gonna do this so many more times. You know what? What a hoot and a half this is gonna be. And yes, I know they're not really lined up correctly in height and everything, but I know that there's a huge possibility of them disappearing again, so I'm gonna do it neat and nice in the end when I know that they're not gonna disappear. All right, good. But this, just the gist of it. But then into the bathroom over here, our lone little bathroom. We gotta change it up a little bit, put in the right colors, and I think I want a white toilet. Ooh, is that too white? Maybe. We shall see. But then for the sink, do we want that sink? Maybe something like so. Okay, you know what? We're gonna go with this one because it's more old-timey-ish, and we're on that old-timey-ish today. And we're gonna go with the white. Boom. And then we also need a mirror. And what could be good for a bookstore toilet mirror? What about that one? Are they that fancy? Are they? Okay, I'm kind of confused because I want the handles and stuff like that to be brass colored. We can't change up the handles on the toilet to be brass. They're just gonna be silver. So maybe we are just gonna go in the silver vibe, you know? Kind of a letdown, but yeah. Then we can also have a picture over here. How about that? With also a light above the toilet and then also some soap. I mean, that is not the best soap, but a public soap. But there you go, my beauty. beautiful towel that is also not appropriate for a public bathroom. But again, that should go. Or maybe actually we should have a window into the bathroom for the ventilation. Do we have a teeny tiny window like this one? Well, that's perfect for the bathroom. This is open and everything. Hey, but it needs to be overground though. Is it overground? Oh yes, it is. No problem. Okay, that's not bad for a bathroom. But that means that the lamp gotta be somewhere else. That can be over here. And the picture could maybe be over here. I mean, could be. With also some toilet paper. And then also an extra toilet paper on top. Just in case of emergencies. There you go. And then, didn't I paint this wall? Unbelievable. Well, there you go. It's painted. And then we can also have another window over here. For the ventilation. We need that. If it will do, maybe we can. Is that above ground? No, not really. Now it's above ground. Okay, good. And then I think in here, we can have some more storage boxes. Like so. Because not only is this a stairwell, it is also the storage room for this poor bookseller. Maybe the bookseller is me. We really haven't discussed that, have we? Because I made me. Have I finally gone up in life? Maybe I indeed have. Please, somebody buy this. Oh my goodness me. They really need that money. I kind of sort of like so. Oh yeah. And then, back up to the bedroom. I think I want this bed. I mean, that was actually just a test bed, but I like that bed. So if we just put in our colors, like so, our bed. And then we also got to put in a nighttime table, nickety knacks. And what lamp do we want? That's kind of a fancy lamp. But would she have this lamp? Which might be maybe me, the bookseller. Maybe. There's a picture frame and also some books, of course. Lots of books. And a notepad. There are lots of things to write. Oh, that's cute. And then for a dresser over here, I gotta change up the colors too. Do I want that? No, wait, hold on. I want the matching one. What is the matching one to that bed? Farimi. It is this one. But this one is so flat, you know? What if we change it up to this color? Okay, we can try with that one. It's a little bit better. With also some cute, all good, all nickety knacks on that dresser. And I think that's a good one. You know, just sort about like that. And by the way, if you're wondering, this shelf right here is from one of my mods. It came with the couch and also these cute old jars. That is also from a mod. Now you know. Alright, I think we're also gonna have some pictures over here. Or, I gotta think. It's kind of weird that we don't have any windows in this room. We should, we can't have a window there. Can we have a window into the hallway? No, that would make no sense, Nora. Well, we can have a picture above the bed. And then maybe over here, we could have a shelf. Or we could have a shelf over here. But I do also kind of want a TV. Because they don't have a TV out here. And they deserve a TV after a long day at the bookstore. Need a TV. And I was zoomed in. I'm so sorry. Okay. But you know what? I do wish that we had an old-timey TV that we can have on the wall. But maybe we can make that ourselves. Now that I think about it. What if we put up a shelf over here and put our TV on that shelf? That is kind of funny and kind of realistic. I do actually like that. Yeah, I like that. We're gonna do that. And maybe we can push the shelf all the way out and then have some books on that? Question mark. Because this is a book person. You need all the books. Okay, you know what? Maybe we can do that. I like that. But then what are we gonna do over here? Can we put in a curtain? A curtain without a window. But make a little canopy? No, that makes no sense, Nora. Why would why? No. That was weird. Do not try with any more curtains. No. What if you just go like so? And put the weirdest pictures in there? What even is that? Okay. Oh, by the way, what if we have some books on the bed? How about... Oh, hello. How about that? That's kind of cute, isn't it? I like that. With also a salt lamp. And also a picture frame of me. No. Who can we have? These guys. Yes. I like that. That was kind of cute. With also maybe some plates. Hey. Love them plates. I need to think about this room. Kind of a disaster, isn't it? Oh, but maybe we could put in a rug. Bam, bam. Spiced up the whole place, didn't it? Yes, it did. But in the bathroom? Ooh, in the bathroom. What was my plans for this bathroom? Maybe my plans was that all the furniture was gonna be blue. Was that my plan? That is kind of a solid plan. Was that really my plan? Because that doesn't look that good, does it? What if we put in this sink? Because I think it was weird that the wood and the sink was blue. That wasn't any better, was it? But maybe we can try. I mean, that sink doesn't really scream homey, like a homey feel. But again, this was supposed to be an old apartment. And a lot of old apartments had that type of sink. So you know what? Yeah, with some blue walls? Oh, that's too much. Oh, I wish we had some very low-key tiles. That doesn't take a lot of focus. What about... Yeah, okay, we can go with these tiles. Doesn't take a lot of focus on the flooring. I'll be out of the flooring. And then also for the bathroom, need some toilet paper and some toilet on the toilet paper. No. And some toilet paper on the toilet. Gee, it's been a day. That I can say for sure. It's been a day. But Ooh, we also need some books in the bathroom. Of course. I mean, hello. Book person, toilet. Perfect book moment. For sure, for sure. Yes, yes, yes. And then where are we gonna have our towels? Maybe above the bathtub? I mean, that isn't the best placement for it because of this splash zone, but that is where we have the space for it, okay? So we're gonna go like so, and then put in our blankets. Come on, anytime now. There should go. There should go. Then also squeeze it out a little bit, and squeeze it down to the side. Bam, bam. And now we have some towels. Cute. And my towels disappeared. Oh. Okay, well, I'm gonna try this again. Hop you on there, and then I'm not gonna do any noodling. You just stay there and be good. Ah! All right. I think that the bathroom is somewhat done. It is kind of cute. I like it. It's blue and nice. We also have our bedroom. I need something over here though. Ooh, what about some great old pictures of a lady with another lady over here? That lady reading a book because books are good. This person likes the books. Oh, and also maybe we can have a lamp. Squeeze it somewhere. Or can we? What if we squeeze it over here? Could maybe be? Could maybe be. Right. Okay, yeah. See you later, ladies. I'm moving on. And I think I'm going to move on into the living room again. And in the living room, we could have a shelf above the couch, like so. And I think I want that to be in a light brown. Maybe I could maybe work. But also a lamp besides that. And no, we can't because we have a lamp over there. That's too many lamps. Too many lamps. So what can we have over there instead? What about an actual bookshelf? This book person doesn't have an actual bookshelf. Oh no. Well, how are we gonna do that though? Have it over there? Could that work? Or is that weird? No, I don't think that's too weird. Because if we put up a bookshelf over there and then have a bigger plant, maybe not that big. What about this one? No. Oh, I wish we had a plant that was skinny and long. But maybe that one. Okay, you know what? What if we have this plant, but on top of a stool? A beautiful stool. And then we just do it like so. That could work. And you know what? That works. And then, by the way, in the entryway, we should probably also have some stuff. And we can't fit in a table, an entryway table in here. So what can we do about that? Maybe we can have a mirror on one of the sides. It's kind of about like so. And then on this side, what if you put up a shelf where they can have their beautiful items? That door. You know what? These people cannot complain because then they should see my entryway. It's a disaster. All right, not allowed to be complaining. And you know what? I think that the first floor is somewhat done. Both over here and both over there. All around we go. That's kind of cute. Cute and lovely. And also the first floor is somewhat done. I just need to put down some more books everywhere and put up the signs on our bookshelves. And then, by the way, my light is off again. Okay. Oh, cheapale. But by the way, I looked through my footage and I saw that I did not film me doing the details for the outside. I don't know how, but it happened. But you know, I just put up some planter potters, some vines, some sneaky vines, and some moldings, ta-ta, tuba-two. And you know what? I think that we need to work on the outside a little bit because things are floating, things are everywhere. Did you know? But right, first off, I'm gonna change the colors of the tables and the chairs outside. So what about this color? Yeah, that could do. Boom, boom, bam, bam. And then also I gotta stop them from floating. So maybe sort of like so, with the table in there. And then for our pair thing, what do we want? Maybe some stone? I think that will match the best. I mean, it is kind of annoying, not gonna lie, that the pathing doesn't go all the way to the lot line. Oh, okay, well, not my problem, not today. It really isn't. But on the table, we could have a plant, maybe some books that somebody has been reading, like so. Kind of cute. Oh, and then what about a bike? Not that bike. This bike. Me over here. I think I need to rotate that a little bit because it's a Humpty Dumpty place. If I go like so, that's more like it. Yeah. That looks normal. Good. And then what about a sign? Can we make a sign? I just put up... Okay, what if I put up this picture frame and just size it up? Does that look like a sign? I mean, it could be a sign. Just use your imagination. Please, somebody buy this. Okay. Yeah, that's a good a sign. Love it so much. And maybe could I squeeze in some plants back there? If I try my hardest, my absolute hardest. Can I squeeze in some plants? If I do this and that, it looks so Humpty Dumpty, doesn't it? It's a Humpty Dumpty blaze. Oh. Okay, what if I drag you up a little bit? Squeeze you up there. Okay, less Humpty Dumpty. Great. And then just change up the color to some white and put some plants in there. And will that be good? Will that be alright? Oh, that's kind of cute. Hey, that is cute. I like that. That's a cute little moment for our place. Oh, what about a street light? A street light named Desire. How about that? Even more cute. And then we can also have some lights on the building. Do we want the lights in the middle or on the sides? The big question of life. Oh, what looks best? This or this? I don't know. This? That? I'm gonna go with that. Yeah, that's good. That's good. And then maybe inside the hallway we can put up a mailbox. Why would you have the mailbox out here? I don't know, but good luck to the mailman. And then also a trash bin in the kitchen would have been nice. Genu. And where are we gonna have that? Maybe over here? Because there was space over there. Sure. Or maybe a trash bin in the bathroom as well. Hey ho, that is always good. That can be over there. And by the way, for the roof, do we want a chimney? Does this place need a chimney? And where are we gonna place this chimney? Can it be there? I don't know. What if we have a smaller chimney like that? You know what, we can do that. The other people have chimneys. We want a chimney too. And we're gonna have that right here. Boom, bam, boom. What a moment that was. All right. Well, you know what? I'm gonna put up the last of my books. That's gonna be in this bookshop. Gonna be thrown around all around town. Town is the bookshop. And I'm also gonna put up the signs. That's gonna be on the bookcases. And also change up some colors here and there that I might have missed. And I will see you on the flippity flop when I've done that. And shabalim shabaloom, I'm back again. And as you can see, I put in some books, put in some stuff, put in some plans, put up a sign, put up whatever that is called in the windows, change some stuff here and there. You know, looking good, looking good. Hey ho. I can't see. But right, I do now think that it's time to do a bit of a house tour. So strap yourself in because the house tour is happening now. And here we are on the outside of our build. And yes, I'm over here because if I go any closer, I'm gonna pop off. But we have our exterior with our cute old bookshop, the nude books, with Nora standing right there, the nude. But we got the outside with the please somebody buy this. And look at that display, that is so cute. I love that. But then if you step on inside this build, we shall see the bookshop. Oh my gosh, I love this place. It is so cute. It is filled up with books, got some plants, got stuff everywhere. Hey, oh, this is a cute old moment. And then over here, we have the customer bathroom. I mean, it's nothing more to say about that. It is blue, it is here. And then right up here, we have the stairwell, and it's also the storage room. And then up the stairs we go. Where am I? I am here. We got the entryway, the glitched out mirror. What happened over there? I don't know. We also have the living room with the cute old stuff. Got the couch moment, with the chair moment. And then we also have the kitchen and the dining. With also in here, the bedroom with the many books and the TV. You know, they got that old TV, as one does with also the bathroom. Hey, that's a cute bathroom. I like this. And here's also a little overview of the place, if you would ever need that. It's the second floor and the first floor. Whoa. Our cutie patootie bookshop, the nudes books. And that was the house tour. And now it's time for the outro. And this is the outro. Welcome. If for some reason want to download this house, you can. It is up my Steam gallery, and my username is JustNoraGaming. Whoa. And if you also want to see more of me, you also can. I have my second channel where I do stuff, and also my Twitch channel where I also do stuff, but live. And you know what? Don't forget to like, subscribe, because it really does help me out. So thank you. But only if you want to. And I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.